Well, hello, folks. It is Wednesday, and that means it is time to rank yet another puzzle game for the Game Boy. And this is going to be a special week because at the end of this week, we will have a top 10, sort of. A top 10 of the games that I just happened to choose to play first because there's a whole lot to pick from. And I've been trying not to do all the really good ones right up front. But anyway, this week we've got an interesting game. It's called Minesweeper. You may have heard of this Minesweeper game. Technically speaking, the full title is Minesweeper Soukaitei, but according to Google, Soukaitei is just the Japanese name for Minesweeper. So I guess the full title is Minesweeper. And listen, I did some searching. I did a little bit of research just to make sure that this wasn't like a homebrew or a bootleg or like something Sachen put out or anything like that. This was published by Pack-In Video. This was an official release in Japan. A Game Boy version of Minesweeper. So, I'm going to play Minesweeper for about an hour. I don't mind that one bit. I like Minesweeper. So, really, we're just going to have to see how the Game Boy version specifically holds up. So, let's just get this thing all set here. Unpause the emulator, see what we got. One play mode, 2 7 missions, edit mode, open AB, music on off. Well, I know what edit mode is. I think I get that one. 7 missions I'm not so sure about. I'm going to do that first. I just want to see what this is. 7 missions, start. Okay. Let's turn that down. Yep. It's Minesweeper. Okay, I want to do one quick thing, which is that we're going to reset this, and I'm going to start it again just to see. So they are set puzzles. Interesting. Okay, let's reset the game again. I don't know. I would probably do them. Let's just go straight into play mode here and see what this is about. Level 1, level 2, level 3, exit. Easy, hard. Nope, wrong button. Looks like you get bonus points for unused flags. Interesting. And it looks like the number of... either the number of flags or the number of mines is going up by 1 each time. This one puts us in a slight conundrum. We're just gonna have to guess. Okay. 7, yep. It's adding 1 additional mine each time. There we go. Alright, let's start back on easy and hit level 2. Okay, so now visibility is starting to become a thing. But let's just... Oh. Sorry, having a bit of a post-nasal drip kind of day. It's part of the reason why I was late getting started. Okay, well it looks like for the amount of extra points you get for not using the flags, I would suggest using them. Unless you're just that good at Minesweeper, I suppose. So I don't know if I need to explain how to play Minesweeper. And honestly, I don't know if I could. Okay, so this one seems to be going up by 2 mines each time. Music's a little annoying, but that's kind of been the norm so far. Controls feel pretty good. Sound effects are okay. Of course. Alright, let's see what level 3's like. So curiously enough, it seems like level 3 needs more mines to show up before it actually gets somewhat challenging. Okay, the music's growing on me a little bit. Still kind of annoying, I guess. Alright, we're up to 28. It's this one. Yeah. And this corner is gonna bug me. I'm gonna take a chance on that one. Okay, that means this has to be here and this has to be here. Okay. Perhaps not the fastest game of Minesweeper. I do appreciate their commitment to having the little smiley face on the screen. Now we gotta guess. This one or this one? Let's say this one. Nope, that was a mine. So what level was that? Level 3, 6. Let's pump it up to 310, see what it looks like. 52 mines! Okay, this may take a bit to get... Just kinda need a way in, that's all. Let's try one of the other corners. There, that'll do. One, two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Darn, I still have one. I do like the pace at which this ramps up. You know, most Minesweeper versions that we're all familiar with, which is to say, the one that comes with Windows. Excuse me. I'll turn this down a little more. Like I said, the one that comes with Windows, you know, it's technically got difficulty options. Oop, no, that one's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's definitely those two. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, this one is pretty clear cut. It's those three. Okay, and then that means that. Not this one. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I think I slept on my hand funny. Finger cramps. Just trying to... I gotta play music tomorrow. I need to get that worked out. Okay. I'm kind of running out of the really obvious spots. I know one of these is a mine, but I don't know which. And that's kind of most of the spots where I'm at right now. So one of these, but I don't know which. Could be well, it can't be this one and this one. Yeah, so that space is fine. One, two, three, four, five. I'm not sure why I'm self-conscious about my Minesweeper performance. This is a game that most people just don't even bother to learn. 'Cause really, why would you? It's Minesweeper. But it can't be all three of those. I don't think we can process of elimination that one as easily as the other one. It can only be one of these. And, oh, wait, no, it's kind of the same deal, because if it's this one, then there has to be another... No, because it can be over here. Well, I'm gonna chance it. And that was a mistake. Might as well try again. Definitely helps when the corner is safe. Kind of gives you a starting point. If it was all three of these, then that one would be... If I go back to level 110, what's this look? So where were we before I bumped it up? Was I here? Oops. Wrong button. Let me just turn music off for a bit. The sound effects are not that much of an improvement. This is a little more relaxing, though. Music seemed a bit energetic for a Minesweeper game. We're gonna have to deal with this corner at some point, so let's come down here. Chat window got pushed to the back. Nobody's chatting, so it doesn't matter, but... if someone was chatting, boy, would I feel like a fool. As silly as it seems, sometimes I do find it helpful to just manually count the squares. That went well? Okay. Let's get to work. It's those two, I suppose. That was less helpful than I hoped. But I suppose I technically didn't hit a mine. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drat. I'm going to go back to 7 missions. Oh yeah. Weirdly enough, these puzzles are the same. Meaning I could theoretically just write them down. That's... Am I getting time back for... Yeah, getting time back for having unused flags is a strange mechanic. I don't know that I approve of that. I know all 3 of those, which means this one and this one. All 3 of these, so this one, and this one. Okay. Okay, if I miss and then start... Oh, does it start me right back at... play mode is probably the way to go here. Oh, bump this back down. No, I don't want to bump it back down to 1. Let's bump it back Up to 5. That was on me. That was me not really paying attention. That was not on me. That was the game. I blame the game for that one. Guess maybe you're better off just trying to hit a random square in the middle instead of the corners. I'm so used to the corners, though. I don't know if I can break out of that. Three, 4, 5. Sound effects are very DOS, I think. Which I guess is fitting for a game that was, you know, made famous on home computers. Even if the computer in question was Windows instead of DOS. We may end up kind of calling it a little sooner than usual just for lack of things to say. I do generally want every game to get the same amount of time, the same amount of consideration, and what have you. I don't know how necessary that's going to be in this situation. That was a guess. And again, not a very useful one. That was a useful guess. So now we can call that one and that one and that one. Alright, now we just have in here to figure out. One, two, three. Oh boy. One of these three squares is safe. That was a 1 in 3, just pure coin. Well, I guess coin toss would be 1 in 2, but that was, if you tossed a 3-sided coin, that's what that would have been. How exactly coin could be 3-sided? I don't know. That's not my problem. This will definitely be the last game. I can quit anytime, I swear. Yeah, sometimes you just got nothing. And I guess that's just Minesweeper in general to a certain point. But anyway, where does this go on our list? Okay. So, Minesweeper. I guess the biggest mark against it, and this is kinda not fair, but it's kinda hard to get away from, which is that you already have this game whether you asked for it or not. And so, to purchase a Minesweeper game, you maybe want it to be doing a little more, I think. Now, there's a game on Switch called Minesweeper Million. It is a 1,000 by 1,000 grid. The game is absolutely ridiculous. I have never finished it. They do let you take back moves if you hit a mine, so technically you can just brute force it, but it's still, it's a lot of work. But that was at least something unique, and so I didn't mind. It wasn't very expensive. It was a digital game, but this was a cartridge. I can't imagine. This would have probably been around the same price as like other, budget puzzle games for the Game Boy. And so it gets credit for being a good version of the game, in the sense that it's Minesweeper. They didn't screw it up in any way. It is a reliable version of a classic game. But it's kind of just that. And it's really hard to... I do feel like I'm being unfair. Like I should judge the game on its own merits, but the fact that it's like I said, it's a game you already have. I got a Mac, and it took me like 3 minutes to get a version of Minesweeper on it. Everybody's got Minesweeper already. And I suppose if you wanted portable Minesweeper in the early 90s, this would get the job done for you. I don't think the 7 missions mode is very good. It's not detracting, but it doesn't add either. It brings nothing to the table. So Minesweeper is better than Cool Ball. It's better than Cool Ball. That's about as far as I'll go here. So, what was the Japanese name again? Hang on. Soukaitei. So, at least in the here and now, Minesweeper is a top 10 puzzle game for the Game Boy. Might have to reformat this a little, or maybe just shrink the font. Let's see. Just boop. And a little. Boop. I mean, yeah, that looks like it's still pretty readable. So, that is me for this evening. I will be back tomorrow with some more live improvised music, and I will be back on Saturday with some more music production. Of course, Azure Dreams and Alien Syndrome for the PSP. No, Azure Dreams for the PS1, Alien Syndrome for the PSP on Monday, and we will be starting something new on Tuesday. So in the meantime, thanks for coming by, thanks for hanging out, thanks for trying to sell me some cheap viewers, and I do hope to see you next time, so bye for now.